Anh chuyển cái frame mà có hai anh ấy luôn ấy ạ.
Simulate is on. So let's start.
Nice.
Okay. All right. I think let's do it. Hello everyone. Hello Đức. This week we gonna do the community call again. So yeah, welcome me today. We're gonna have Đức. We're gonna talk about what's called for thesis last week, and this week with Đức, we may have chance to have more open talk about the technical and current implementation for a thesis improvement and so on and so on. So yeah, as usual, let's start with the product updates from last week. But first, let's Đức have the first introduction himself. Yeah, first time here with a second time for all of us.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Tutu. Hi everyone. My name is Duke. I'm co-founder and also Defi lead of Chain Labs. And I am so happy to be here to join the community call. So it's the second community call, and I figure that it will be a weekly or bi-weekly thing on our X channel, and also live streaming to basically share our progress on the products that we have been working with, and we have been focusing a lot of resources into thesis, and I believe that a lot of people are also looking forward to hearing more about the updates and all kind of features. So yeah, this community call is also a product updates, and also an AMA for people to just ask us about anything from the product to features to all the technical details. We are all here for the answers and questions and all kinds of explanation. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all right, let's start. So kind of like this week, I'm gonna do the first product update. But today because have Đức, after that I wanna have Đức to talk more about some technical burden or technical improvement that we've been on. So let's start with that. So first, for the product updates this week, I believe if you follow up on thesis, you're gonna see that's we are being open building for all users. So now you doesn't require a beta code to access the whole thesis product. So now you can get the free plan or joining the plus plan with a $20 a month. So kind of you're gonna give 20 research for that, and we already have the first paid users from the first day we opened that. So now you don't have any limitation from starting with that, but of course if you are alright chain stakers, you're gonna have the unlimited access. So yeah, stay tuned with that. But now you can start using thesis with the limit of the plus plan, but you have the full potential for the follow-up, the web search, and access to the all premium data we have. So you can go to thesis at the moment now, and you're gonna see the planning page here, and it's gonna have all the information for you to start subscribing. After that, last week, we have been working on a bunch of UI improvement for the UI and UX. First, we have the trading suggestion for the old research. So now, if you see any research on the discovery page, you're gonna see all the opportunity, all the trading challenge, or all the kind of thing being at the top of the research. So kind of you don't have to browse down more to get the final information from that. But you can browse there to see all the detail, all the information you need, all the reasoning, all the data, how that thesis give that conclusions. So this make this actually one of the requests as many users asking because they want to quickly access to the final decision, but they also want to dive into that. So yeah, go and see it. Now it's on the production already. The second is since a lot of users are doing the research now, we have a lot of research, a lot of discovery content. So kind of sometimes it's hard for you to find what's the good data, what's the good content you have been read. So we offer the search for the whole research page or for the whole discovery page. So yeah, you just need to remember some sort of keyword, like I do on my research with Bitcoin, or I do with my a PP search on a discovery. So kind of you can do the search and then you can get the exactly content you had done the research for or you had read it somewhere. And the last is some minor improvement, we have some bug on the price evaluation or some a minor copy that's may give users misunderstanding. So kind of all of that stuff been done. So hopefully you have been look at that and see that's what have changed on the production. Yeah, for that is the whole update for last week. For the technical things, love to chat with Nick. I know that's we've been working on a lot of improvement about the knowledge, the data, and even with the search engine, and especially about the whole the core engine about speeding up the search, reducing the token use, the MMM batching, something like that. Anything interesting last week you have done, so you would love to share with the community?
Yeah, so we have been progressing a lot regarding the user experience, since we believe that is one of the key features that keep users around. And last week we focused a lot on the streaming process that allows users to basically see the content of the search in real time, and that would help users get engaged immediately and also get feedback instantly, so they don't really need to wait for the whole paragraph to show up before getting the content. Instead, the content will get streamlined blocks by blocks or chunks by chunks, and that's I believe is a major upgrade. Also, we improve the starting up process dramatically from essentially from 10 seconds each to just 2 or 3 seconds per conversation. So it means that whenever you start a new conversation, it would just take like 2 or 3 seconds. You wouldn't even notice the time delay for the conversation to start, and you will instantly see the output from the search immediately from streaming. So essentially, everything comes down to reducing and improving the time that you would see the content, increasing the engagement, and that's the major improvement in the core of our thesis search. And also we have been working on our search engine and also our knowledge base to improve the search quality and also the performance of searching. And since we have not like finalized this feature yet, but we are looking forward to introducing it in the next couple of weeks, like maybe, for example, like 1 or 2 weeks. So you will be able to see a dramatic shift in terms of searching. We will not search the content directly on the web uh, unless specified by the user. We will use our like curated data sets and also all kinds of like compact and very like highly cracked Web3 and crypto data for you to like get like the latest news from the Web3 trend and also like the
Mhm.
deep analysis from our like database. And
Yeah.
if you want, you can like request the agent and assist to like search content on the web directly, and they will do like just that. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm happy to share more if you have like questions. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like that search and we like kind of like a blow up everything we have done. Like the search now taking some time from like browsing the web or finding the content, but like from what you said, like it's kind of like giving the result like just in time. The user needed the topic, right? So kind of like it can make the amazing like experience like thesis user can get the result as soon as possible. Like the thesis been reach out that content, and then it can articulate and return and stream that output to the user right after it get that. Is that what I understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like love to talk more a little bit about like a startup process because like I believe like from beginning people have been kind of like having some like the rocket flying up, right? It's taking a lot of
Yeah.
time with that. And do you have like a more to share about like how you able to reduce that from 10 seconds to kind of like a 5 time performance down? Let's make it like a much space much faster like at the moment.
Oh, sure. So the main techniques that we use are lazy loading and also caching. So they are like quite popular in terms of optimization for traditional software, and it works also the same way for thesis. For caching, initially we just like start everything whenever user like create a new like research and thread. However, we think that it is that it is like quite wasteful, and the starting process can be reduced further by like pre-initiating the resources first, and those resources actually can be reused
Mm-hmm.
for multiple like threads across users. So we decided to just initialize these resources like MCP connections when the server starts.
Mm.
So it saves like tons of time. Uh,
Wow.
yeah, and also whenever the research starts to like produce output after receiving the content, after receiving the user prompt, we also like reinitiated the MCP server connections, which is
Mm.
like not very efficient because
Yeah.
yeah, the LM after processing the user prompt, right, they would produce some kind of like an output which includes like the MCP server that it needs to call, and also like all kinds of like arguments to call that MCP. However, since we did not uh, filter out the MCP servers that we need to like connect to, we were like just blindly like connecting to like all MCPs, and
Yeah.
then after that we filter. So the improvement was that we filtered the MCP servers beforehand, and then we connect the right MCP afterwards.
Yeah.
So instead of like, for example, we have like 20 MCP servers. Instead of like creating a dedicated connection to all of them, we filter out and we just connect to one.
Yeah.
So it reduced the starting up process further by like 1 or 2 seconds. And last but not least, we let's see. And the starting up process also get reduced by the streaming output. So instead of like waiting for the LM to gather all the outputs and then shipping it to the client side, we change the approach to streaming, where whenever the LM has a chunk of output, we stream that to the client directly. So the users will be able to see the results much faster, and will get more like engagement and also like more useful content before like having to wait to the entire thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think kind of like that's like including a lot of like work has been done in order to kind of simplify like a shorten down the bootstrap for the whole research. So kind of
Yeah.
first like reducing the overload for the whole tools we have. Like we thesis using like over like a 40 tools for gathering premium data and providing context for the LLM. So kind of like instead of loading all of that, we simplify what needed for that
Yeah.
like a research only, and then we
Yeah.
instead of overloading that, we keep only necessary tools for the LLM. So kind of like you get what you need, right? And
Yeah. Yeah.
secondly,
Exactly.
instead of just like waiting that to return in the bunch, we stream that right after we get the first token, and then people
Yeah.
can kind of like seeing the progress happen right. They reach the first token. So instead of like waiting for a lot of time, we reduce the chunk, we reduce the like payload and reducing the time to wait for the result. So it's make the whole experience very different. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think like that is like a very interesting update. I hope that community gonna see that
Oh.
in the upload release. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there's also like one other improvement, the lazy loading section that I mentioned. So each conversation has a
Yeah.
runtime where the runtime will manage the user's conversation reports,
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
images analysis. So initially we started the runtime whenever the conversation start. However, we figured that the process of starting the runtime may take some time, and in most cases, the runtime doesn't need to be started like at that moment. So we switch
Yeah.
our method, to simply start simply like starting the runtime whenever like the
It is.
conversation needs to use the runtime, instead of like starting up like immediately when the conversation like is created. So it also like reduces the start by 1 or 2 seconds more. So yeah.
Yeah. Also kind of like from like for easy to understand it, like not just we improving on the software side, but we also improve on the system or hardware side, something like
Yeah.
in order to make that quicker for starting up the runtime. We do a lot of lazy loading and the software improvement as well. So
Yeah.
kind of like yeah, all kind of things that we can do in order to give the user best experience when they do
Yeah.
a research with thesis. So yeah, I think like for that, I think like we have shared a lot of things for the technical and the product side. So normally like we're gonna have the second part about like some new things or some deep diving things we've been working with thesis. That's like we love to share. And like this week, like I think like there's some interesting topic when uh YC Combinator recently like run like a AI startup school in like June 16 and 17. That's a talk about like the revolution about building AI products. So there's some really interesting things that we've been see, and that's been we working on with thesis. So love to like dive in more about that. So we can discuss about like what is the opinion. That's why we're building thesis from like the last 3 months, last 6 months ago, where now like people are crazy talking about like AI and AI products. So in that talk, I'm gonna have the link in the end of this session. But like we have the like a co-founder of OpenAI talking about like the new software revolution that's we've been through. So kind of like we've been through from software 1.0 and now we are reaching to software 3.0. So at the beginning, like software is like a purely that's a computer code, go to program, and like we have the loop, we have the all kind of like cool things, that's like a human have to do, but now being run through a computer programs. And then come to software 2.0, that's where we have neural net, we have the network, we have the social, we have graph, we have all kind of things that's like used for like interlink concept together. And then we have weighting for kind of things to personalize or like a specific result or something like that. That's where we've been living like the last 10 years on the mobile era or on the social network era, something like that. And now I think like all the people in the software industry are talking about software 3.0, where like a prompt program by MMM, like kind of like giving us like the result for the products, for the software that we've been through. So kind of like people don't have to kind of like study like years of years in software engineering, and they can just building software by prompt by using natural language. And that is a really like a trending era when like software development becomes something like communities. That's everyone can do that. Everyone can make that, and that's really like one of the things we believing on building a thesis as an AI search for crypto, because we believing that AI search can give the users the most comprehensive answer for all kind of things they are looking for, and especially on the DeFi era when people are confusing with a lot of concept, but they can use their natural language in order to reach what they want in the DeFi world, in the crypto world, in the perpetual, in all kind of things that we've been mixed up with like a lot of buzzword or a lot of trends. So yeah, people can get easy to that easier with like a software like thesis. And the last is like I think like it's a the more detail about like what software like that look like. So that there's something like it's not about like just using the the AI search or the AI powered product like that, or using software 3.0 like traditional one. It's more about like a context instead of just prompting the answers. So it just says like using software like a leader, like you give the product or the software information, the goal, and then let the product like do it themselves. So like I think like there's a lot of software that's going to be rewrite to fit with that concept, to make that more accessible to all kind of users, all kind of like barriers going to be removed. User can just like get into that, and with that like we have kind of like a four era from the checkbox, like all the new apps going to be have like a packaging context, like what we have with the thesis at the moment. Like we providing context, we giving like the information we need to get and how is the current situation. And then below, like what you just do on the runtime improvement, we have a lot of orchestration with MMM calls, from improving the runtime, improving the prompt, improving like all kind of data we need to give to MMM to in order to access that, and custom GUI allowing kind of like a user to access the information, like we have the chart, the token suggestion, the all kind of things from the content we give the user so they can get to the action right after that. And like when thesis can come up with like execution, we're gonna see the autonomy slider much bigger and bigger. So I believe like we're gonna have a lot of things coming up that, and now it's kind of something like a new standard in the software development is going out. So we hope that like people can come to that and seeing like how softwares are gonna be reshaped by the concept of AI and AI search. And here like the last idea is like the hottest new programming language, English. So I think like you can start with that with thesis. And just to demonstrate that further is like my recent like research with thesis. It's like we all know that's like the situation of the world now is complex. So I do some sort of like asking thesis for about like my position. So kind of like I have a long Bitcoin at a 104, and that I providing the context and I providing the necessary information I need to get, and kind of like it give me a lot of information that's like I have to do maybe hours to get that information. Like all the lucky whales now are in short position. All the shorts starting from like 106, and like the long are losing. So maybe like I should close my long. I don't know, but like that's kind of like things we have the most comprehensive information like right time when we need it. And I think like that is the new software gonna like save our time and give us a lot of freedom to do our work. So yeah, what do you think about that, Đức? Because like we all know that we've been shifting from like a lot of things from DeFi to building like a lot of AI products, closed like thesis at the moment. What is your opinion on this, and do you have any suggestion?
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I believe that AI is shaping software to and also like forcing it to change from like the traditional web application or mobile application to something like more advanced. If you like go and use applications, software applications nowadays, you already like probably see some changes where a lot of like web applications or also mobile applications, they already like integrated some sort of like AI into their apps.
Mhm.
Some integrate like the search bar where users can ask like
Yeah.
anything related to the product. Some integrate AI in a more like subtle way. For example, I am like basically selling some of my like furnitures on the Meta Facebook marketplace. And one thing I noticed, like the difference from the previous year, for example, to now, is that whenever I upload the furnitures images, it will automatically recognize the item and update like the item like basically like quantities, and maybe like it will put the category of the item like very like precisely. So
Yeah.
yeah, and basically software now, of course the traditional software will not like go away completely, because like there are a lot of features where people want to like deterministically or like just like use it like as is. For example, when you go to like an Amazon marketplace or like an H&M application software, when you need to like look for some items, for some clothes, for some products, you don't like really need to like go into like the AI search section, where there are like already tabs or sections for men, women, clothes, where that you can click on, and then it will like just like filter out all of the content. So I believe that it those features are still like very convenient compared to like the user experience of an AI search bar, where users like just like basically like, ask me anything for the like application. However, I believe that AI will also like need to evolve for the user experience, where it should not like just stop with like searching by typing. Uh, like you can see, there are a lot of like AI applications focusing on audio or video perspective, and it draws like a lot of like positive intentions and attractions, like Google Vector, where right now people use the video generation just for memes, but
Yeah.
yeah, but who knows? Maybe like in the future they will like be used for like more useful things, but right now yeah. And yeah, I am like very curious and also very positive for the future,
Yeah.
where software will be like very
Different from now. Yeah.
different from now. Yeah, and I like don't know like where software will be headed, but it surely will be like completely like different
Yeah. Yeah. I think
from
like
now. And
when I believe that's like when the LLM just go out with the ChatGPT, like we see there's a lot of software been adding the search feature with LLM. Like we're gonna have the chatbot, mini chatbot everywhere. We're gonna have the
yeah,
some search button where people can prompt to the actions. But like it's not really what we know. Like we just experiment. Like we try to do something cool. But now I think like with reason with powering like thesis, the power app we've been building, we really see things more clear. Like not just with the prompting, but more about context, more about the data, more about the autonomy that we can give the software to act like us, to do work for us. So I think like I really like the part about like a huge software will be rewritten because it's gonna go up with a lot of different things as we've been lazy about. Something is still there, something never change, but something gonna be completely different. So yeah, let's look for that and continually improving our thesis.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I don't know. Like this week we don't have Bidu. We don't have the moderator, so maybe we don't know if any like a question from our community. But like maybe like we can answer by go to Twitter. So if you have any question with thesis, you can add us on Twitter. This stream this week, now we're starting able to stream on Twitter. So kind of like you can just go to Twitter or X to kind of like add us directly. So kind of like we can do everything public and we can answer all your questions. So I think like that's enough for this week. So thank you, Đức. Yeah.
Yeah,
Looking forward for the next one.
yeah. I'm looking forward to like joining the call like every week. Yeah.
Okay. We can do that we do that every week, or we're gonna do that every week for like forever. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you everyone.
Okay.
If you have any
Thank you.
question,
Yeah.
us. Yeah, and bye bye.
Okay.